old, and he, you know, so his best year was all out of him. But I mean, was mostly gone by the time he even got in there. And then they tried to deny these the Negro League players into the Hall of Fame. But that's the thing. We always chasing their Hall of Fame, their standards of success. Like we gotta have a Grammy, we gotta have a Super Bowl, we gotta get in the Hall of Fame, and then we complain when we don't get in. Instead of giving our people our flowers while they're here. That's what we have to do. We got to take care of our own because they're not going to do it for us. You know, they're not going to do it for us. We have to demand better. You have to demand better for. You got to make these people pay for what they're by not watching. They don't deserve our viewership anymore. The NFL doesn't deserve our viewership anymore, really. But I'm not giving them. I don't want to give them any more views, and I'm gonna pray to God that I can keep myself away from watching it anymore. I don't want to watch them anymore. I'm gonna watch some baseball. I don't care. Basketball. My Knicks. They still stink, but they're stinking a little bit less. It's not as bad as it used to be as last year. So I got something there. But the NBA is kind of like everybody comes together, and you gotta join up to get a winner. You gotta join up players to get a winner, and as sad as that sounds, it's actually better than the NFL because the NFL, here's the crap here's what they always sell you. Look, Sid Jack says Tampa has a lot of black coaches and coordinators, but because of the white media's obsession with silly sheep ninjas, all they will talk about is old booty chin. And worse, and that's what's worse, none of the black coordinators will get hired because they're black. Of course they're not. But I'm pretty sure that those black coordinators can see the truth now, because as I had put out in a post, and the posting in the paint was I put it in underground. Did I put it in? I put it in underground in the underground chat that they hired Cully, the new Houston coach, was hired basically to help out McCown. McCown is not he doesn't know how to coach. So they're gonna groom him into coaching using Cully. They're gonna groom him into coaches, and then he's gonna succeed him. He's gonna succeed him eventually. That's why they hired a first-time black coach at 65, because they eventually see that after a while he will be pushed out the door with the money he had from the 5-year contract, and he should be all good. But they're gonna push him out the door, and McCown will take over, and they will have what they want there. And that piece of crap team, the Houston Texans, is being led by a Pastor Easterby. The whole league is on some bullshit. The whole NFL is on that bullshit. And although I like Joe Judge for the coach for the Giants, they didn't give Eric Bieniemy a chance, and they didn't give Chris Richard a chance. And Chris Richard had to take a stinking defensive back job with the Saints, and he should have got a defensive coordinator job. At the least, he could have got was a defensive coordinator job after they went ahead and fired Mike Pettine down in Green Bay. But this is the bullshit we got to put up with all the time. They always lie to your freaking face. And and they always lie to our face and tell us what we're gonna do. Tell us how we're gonna be. And then they bullshit us to give us these crappy positions and put us in positions where we cannot succeed in. They done it to Deshaun, and Deshaun now sees it, and now it's his fault that he want to leave, because according to Brett freaking stinking ass Favre, he don't have a right to say anything. See, they so used to us not just sitting down and not saying nothing, and staying in our place, that they have the right to tell us that to do that. But Favre didn't shut his mouth and do any of that stuff. Favre always telling folk what to, that they shouldn't hold out, but he'll hold out. He always, oh, you don't have that bad character, but he goes around sending dick pics to reporters. They got a whole bunch of coaches. Oh, that happened in MLB too. They got freaking, the former manager of my Mets, guy by the name of Mickey Callaway, is up there sending photos to these chicks who don't want you don't want your ass. Oh, you gotta use your power and position to get ass. Let that be one of us. They'll fire us on the first thing coming and going. Those guys, he's suspended right now. He's the Indians pitching coach, but he just got suspended. They got to do an investigation. Man, I doubt there'd be an investigation if that was one of us. That's some bull crap right there. I don't want to get too far off subject, but the whole thing is just a mess with me. This whole sports thing is a mess with me. That's why every time you see brothers on TV, expect them to stick their nose right up a white man's ass because they working for a white man's money. You have to keep going through them for their money. You got to keep going for them. You're going to sound more and more like them and less like yourself. You take less of a stand for yourself. Marcellus Wiley is a joke. Stephen A. Smith is bullshit. None of these people are not peeping real men. Jack ain't a real man. I don't care. He 8'1" and he's a piece of. He's basically a big dude with no spine. All of them guys all of those guys up there will just sit there and mwah mwah mwah. You want me to kiss it, whitey? Mwah mwah mwah. All they will do, because they have got nothing more to do with themselves, because they got to live off of their money. They want that sponsorship. He got to do this so he can get the general, to talk about general insurance. He got to, sell the nasty ass Poppy pizza, Poppy John's. Nastiest pizza out. He gonna shuck and jive for he can smile and stuff. Oh, I got some Papa John's pizza is the best. It's the best of all. Suck it. He stinks. Man, Barkley, I don't know why people even take these mother effers seriously, but we have to, because there ain't nobody else allowed to talk on TV. Because you can't even get on YouTube, or if you try to tell some truth on TikTok, they'll come in there and they'll snatch you off of those avenues. All those little avenues don't work. I was trying to see if there was any way I could try to go else and to try to rant and do my thing there, but they don't want you. They'll snatch your stuff off and give you community guideline violations or whatever they call it. Because they're a bunch of thieves. That's the problem. We working with these same thieves. These liars, these thieves, and these killers and murderers and rapists. And they're okay with it as long as they're doing it. They'll pretend like they care about women. So they'll do something and they'll make it a crime, but they'll use a white face at first, but then they'll snatch it and switch it to a black face in the next sentence, on the next line. So that's what they're going to use. They're looking for somebody else to blame, the finger. Mickey Callaway up there, naked, shirtless, sending pictures. They're to reporters that don't want his ass. Our old GM, we had a GM that was hired, white boy. The white boy was sending pictures to this foreign chick. He wanted some, and she didn't want him. He just kept sending her pictures and stuff of his dick, sending her dick pics and shit. Brett Favre sending dick pics. Peyton Manning is worshipped, and he lets his ball sack sit on a person that was hired to take care of all the needs of the staff physician and shit. He up there sitting his ball sack on her face purposely, because that's how they do it. The fraternity of white dudes that they had set up over there in Tennessee. But now he's glorified. Now he's able to sell nationwide insurance. He's able to do all this shit. They always force reading how they're gonna. George Washington is looked at as a great leader. He ain't never liked us. Set up the whole system for white men for years and years and years. Abraham Lincoln, like he ain't free goddamn thing. He ain't never wanted us free. They always change the daggone narrative to fit to fit what they want. Tired of them, man. He's a physician. Yeah, a physician, a trainer. I'm tired of them, man. I'm tired of their bullshit. And I don't care if I get called a racist no more. I'm tired of this shit. You keep force feeding bullshit on me, and I'm gonna let you have it. Peyton Manning is a pervert. Disgusting. Mickey Callaway's disgusting. With that Jared, what's his face? The freaking former GM for my Mets. They gave him a job. He's disgusting too. But yeah, he gonna put out there, oh, Ray Rice smacked the girl. I don't give a goddamn what Ray Rice did. He ain't freaking. You see that girl that Chad Wheeler choked up? Blood, squeezed her neck so hard, she got blood things all on her neck. Nose. Looking worse than that freaking Operation game that they used to play as kids. They always force feeding this bullshit on us. And that's what I got tired of, the force feed. And they continue tonight. They use every little chance they can to force feed us the bullshit narrative. And they're going to force this bullshit on us all week long. And I can't even watch. I usually get by listening to sports talk radio, but I can't do it this week. I can't do it next week. I don't know when I'm going to be able to go back. Because there's always going to be some caller that call in and talk about the glorious Brady, how great Brady is. This freaking bullshit lie that they sold to us Americans. And there's a whole bunch of Negroes, these not that's not Negro, but the freaking white-faced jerks that's going to come in there and kiss ass and can't wait to kiss an ass, or they never seen a white man and they didn't want to kiss. And they'll kiss his ass some more. One of those guys said bullshit last week. They said, Bill Belichick should have signed Flacco instead of signing Cam Newton. Like, Flacco hasn't shown us shit in years. And they got some white boys on YouTube talking about, they have the brother too, on YouTube talking about how great Matt Ryan should be, and Matt Ryan should stick around. Get rid of this dude right now, but they don't want to. See, this is what they hold on for life to their little white dream with these white heroic athletes that's not even all that. A lot of me in my faith tell me how great those guys were as opposed to ours. Well, our guys are freaking awesome, and they should be known, but you're not going to let them succeed. You don't want them to succeed, so you're going to handicap them. You're going to you're going to pull the rug from underneath them. You're going to put them in an offense that it doesn't work for them, and it doesn't work for them in their tools that, and you won't give them the tools to make it successful.